Hello and welcome back to the MG Cup Series here on NBC SN. Cars are rolling off pit road and now getting ready for their one pace lap around the track and getting ready to go green here. Brian Vickers is your pole sitter in the 60. And looking to finally get that win. He had a couple second place finishes already this season. Looking to finally take that checkered flag and win a race for, I don't even know the name of the team, Haas, I believe. Now coming through turns 3 and 4. Tony Raines to his outside. And the pace car makes the hard left turn off the banking and on the pit road. We're getting ready to start this event and the green flag is out. We are racing here at Dover. I believe I have the wrong sound pack in, like I did for the last video, so I apologize for that. But honestly, it doesn't sound too off. Like, it's not that bad. I think some parts of the sound pack, of the correct sound pack, are still in the game. So I'm still hearing a little bit of the old engine sounds. So that's not too bad, I guess. But I do once again apologize for having an incorrect sound pack in the game, at least for the moment. 3 wide throughout most of the field here. They're making it work. Getting pretty wild here at Dover. Already as the caution is out. So we're gonna see what the caution was out for. 4 wide off of turn 2. Yeah, that wasn't gonna work. Tony Stewart just he squeezes Jerry Nadeau and around he goes. Everyone avoided him pretty well there. I'm sorry, my throat is itchy. I'm trying to get that to stop. Sorry. But yeah, that's our first caution of the day. And getting ready to skip through a couple of laps and get back to the drop of the green flag. Green flag is back out, and Brian Vickers is still your leader. Kevin Harvick moving up in second place underneath Michael Waltrip. Not a teammate, but I mean, pretty much the same team. Now they're 3 wide off of turn 4. Harvick's going to lead this lap. Here comes Joe Nemechek to his inside. They're side by side now for the lead. Michael Waltrip back there as well. On the back bumper at 25 of Nemechek. He looks to the inside. They're 3 wide once again now. Michael Waltrip going to the front. Out of turn 4, Michael Waltrip's going to lead this lap. And he's pulling away now. Look at that, Chris Mack in the 86 up into the mix. He started towards the back. He's already worked his way up through most of the field here. Got a pretty fast car here today. Morgan Shepherd in second. And Jason Keller P3. Tony Raines in fourth. A lot of underdog names up in the top 5 here. Chris Mack is in an underdog. He's just had horrible luck this season. He turns hard left to keep it off of Jason Keller. I think he's just been struggling with this package. It's unlike anything a lot of these guys have driven before. Kind of like the Super Speedway package, but on every track. So he's really just been struggling with that. He's strong on the road courses, though. We know he likes road courses. Even with this new package with the extra grip, he's still been doing pretty well. But he's just been struggling on these 1 mile tracks and the 1.5-milers. Did pretty well at Martinsville before he got caught up in some sort of an incident. I believe he got trapped the lap down on pit road and couldn't get it back. But now he's reeling in Michael Waltrip as this race starts to spread out and starting to remind you of like a regular Dover race. Waltrip a little wide through 3 and 4, and Chris Mack is a big run off of that. The inside, they're side by side here. Chris Mack takes the lead, so Chris Mack out in front here. Gonna take the lead. And he leads the lap here at Dover. Jason Keller and Kevin Harvick side by side coming off of turn 2 now. Down the back stretch. Morgan Shepherd to the inside of Keller. Here comes Joe Nemechek behind them. Ryan Newman up into the picture as well, underneath Kevin Harvick. And way further back, Tony Raines and our pole sitter Brian Vickers trying to reel these guys in. So is Jeff Green behind them as Kyle Petty clears Ken Schrader behind them. Jimmy Johnson looking underneath Schrader. Battles happening everywhere here at the moment. Whoa! Jimmy McMurray goes very wide and almost gets the outside wall. Has to check way up. Matt Kenseth trying to run him down now. Kevin LePage behind him. Jimmy Spencer behind him. Now looking at 3 wide. Out of turn 4. Ryan Newman up into the outside wall. Gonna keep it straight for now, didn't lose too much speed. But you definitely don't want to go hitting the wall and damaging your race car. Didn't hit it too hard. Doesn't look like he hurt it that bad. Goes back to the inside now. Oh, 3 wide contact with Tony Raines. And they bounced off each other pretty good there in turn 3. Raines had to check up. Here comes Brian Vickers. Here comes Jeff Green as well. And they're 3 wide now. And they're 3 wide behind them as well. So 2 rows of 3 wide down the backstretch here. This is getting insane. Kyle Petty up into the mix. All these guys behind them catching this group. Is becoming a Daytona Talladega style race here at Dover. Look at Jamie McMurray up into the picture. I mean, all the guys that were in the back. Jimmy Johnson underneath 3 wide. Car on pit road. That's the 4 of Mike Skinner having an issue. 15 of Michael Waltrip reeling in the 86 now as Chris Mack starting to fall off due to tire wear. Waltrip starting to catch him. Meanwhile, further behind, Jason Keller now looking to the inside of that 60 of Brian Vickers and going to take the spot. Jeff Green trying to hang tough on the outside and no avail. Mike Skinner coming out of pit road. Going to merge right up in front of this group, so that might not end well. Three wide on turn 4. Skinner really has nowhere to go. There's no grip on the high side, so if he goes up there, he'll probably go into the wall. That's not what you want to do. And now looking 3 wide to the inside of Jimmy Johnson goes Kevin Harvick, Ryan Newman behind him. Look at this huge group of cars. All these guys trying to get every spot they can That's Jeff Green now to the inside. Gonna try it again here. Kevin Harvick making that middle line work. Might see drivers start to move up a little bit here. Trying to get something going for them. Jamie McMurray tried to get to the inside. Joe Nemechek just slammed the door on him. Oh, 3 wide behind them. Contact being made. Dale Jarrett bouncing off Brian Vickers, who bounced off Jimmy Johnson there. They all keep it straight for now. Boris Said up into the mix. Here's Elliott Sadler and Jason Jarrett. The more these guys battle, the more cars from behind catch them. I mean, look at this. This is a huge pack. Ken Schrader, Hideo Fukuyama, Tony Raines, Mark Martin, Jimmy Spencer, 41 and Casey Mears, and then a little bit further back, Hermie Sadler, Christian Fittipaldi, Jack Sprague, Robbie Gordon, and Bobby Labonte starting to catch them as well. And behind them, Ward Burton, Dave Blaney. I mean, all these guys starting to reel them in here. Meanwhile, your leader, Michael Waltrip, I apologize for missing the pass for the lead, but we knew it was going to happen sooner or later. Michael Waltrip flying around this track. Chris Mack starting to fall off through the tire wear here. Look at that. Gets tight underneath. Morgan Shepherd going to bring it back down to the bottom. Gets the run off the corner. Clears that 89 here. And now once again getting tight through 3 and 4. Side by side. Down the front stretch once again. Harvick, these guys starting to pull away a little bit here. Rusty Wallace in the 2. Pulls out ahead of Matt Kenseth. I mean, that big group of cars is now kind of spread out a little bit. Shepherd ran wide. Mack up into the outside wall of the turn 4 at that time. Man, he is not getting any grip here. He's just waiting for a caution. And here comes Kevin Harvick reeling them in as well. So we go on board with that 29. And he goes through 1 and 2, gains on them a little bit. Look at Chris Mack down to the inside once again, down in the turns 3 and 4. Contact. They get tight. Here comes Harvick to the inside. Mack shuts the door on him. Oh, not clear. And they're wrecking down the front stretch. Chris Mack spins. Keeps it off the wall. Doesn't get hit by anyone else. So it doesn't seem too bad. But the right front tire down on that car. And he's going to have to limp back around here without damaging it. We're going to go back and see what just happened here. Looks like the right front tire started to get soft on that car. Because he had no steering whatsoever coming off the corner. Slid right up in the Morgan Shepherd. So it looks like the tire just, it was going soft and then it finally went down right there. You see it going all the way down. So yeah, the tire was starting to go a little bit soft. He had no control over that and slid right up the hill in the Morgan Shepherd. And Shepherd nowhere to go, nothing he could do. Just an innocent bystander getting collected in that. Chris Mack spins. Man, a tough break for 8016. They could probably repair that and get him back out there. I mean, a little bit of damage, as we've learned, over these races doesn't really affect you too much. So, yeah, they should be able to fix it up and get him going again. Green flag is back out. Michael Waltrip, who was your leader, starts mid-pack. Chris Mack a lap down. Gonna have a tall task to face here. Three wide off of turn 4. Ward Burton about got up in the outside wall. Sorry about that. And the caution is out. Had a wreck towards the back on the backstretch, I should say, not towards the back. But yeah, Christian Fittipaldi not clear, and the Mark Martin is hard hit into the inside wall for Mark Martin head on. Keeps it rolling, but big impact nonetheless. So go on board with a 6. Just a big hit for that Viagra number 6 Ford Taurus. See them going down the track right there, and here they come down towards the inside wall. Super slow-mo here. Look at the 33. Got the wall so hard, knocked the left side off the ground. He comes back down, bounces a little bit. Spins, but straightens it back out. He's going to get it going again. That's probably a day ender for Mark Martin. Wouldn't be surprised if it was. I would be surprised if it wasn't. So Chris Mack, with the strategy, is going to stay out here on this restart. So we can try to get his lap back. He's going to hope for a quick caution before his tires start to wear. But the green flag is back out. We're rolling once again here at Dover. Jimmy Spencer to the inside of that 86. Chris Mack not going to give it to him easily down the backstretch. Head down into turn 3 now. Here they come. Greg Biffle looking to the inside of Jimmy Spencer. He's going to try to take his lap back as well. Buckshot Jones, another lap down car. Mike Skinner. Oh, Jimmy Spencer's lapped as well. Okay, then. I thought he was the leader. I'm sorry. But Matt Kenseth is actually your leader. All these guys trying to stay out ahead of our leader, Matt Kenseth here. Kenseth just trying to stay in the lead of the race, not let these lap cars hold him up too much. Kenseth slides a little wide. That's going to allow Buckshot Jones to get to his inside. Ricky Craven as well. Kevin Harvick in second, further back behind Greg Biffle. Kenseth still wide. Can't get down to the bottom. Finally gets in front of his teammate. Biffle might just have to let it go. He's not. 3 wide off the turn 4. And now through 1 and 2. Kevin Harvick is there. Your battle for the lead is about to start here. But you know Buckshot Jones not going to let it go that easily. He still wants to get back on the lead lap. Meanwhile, oh, caution is out. And Dale Jarrett has wrecked, and that's going to allow Chris Mack and a few others to get back on the lead lap. What happened here? Oh, contact with Oh, another hard hit into the inside wall here on the backstretch. That's one thing about Dover. It's a self-cleaning racetrack with all that banking. And everything just slides down to the bottom of the track and right into the inside wall. As you see, Jeff Burton gets into the back of Todd Bodine. Sends him down the racetrack into Dale Jarrett. Nowhere for that 88 to go. A little bit of left side damage on the 99. Not too bad though. And then hard into the inside wall, head on for Todd Bodine. Driver's side door for Dale Jarrett. Bodine didn't seem to get too much damage from that actually, somehow. Got pretty lucky there. Got more left side damage than front end damage from that. The front end is a bit crunched up, as you can see. So that's going to allow a few people to get their laps back. The pace car is flying around the track down the backstretch to get out in front of these leaders, or in front of the leaders. So caution's out. We're going to go green right after this. And the green flag is back out. What in the world's happening back here? Okay. Jack Sprague is most likely going to get penalized. Oh, contact. Spencer almost got turned. Jimmy Spencer, Greg Biffle just trying to stay on the lead lap once again here after slow pit stops. And now, oh boy, a lot of cars running wide. The story of the day is Chris Mack back on the lead lap now. Look at him cutting his way through the field. So on his way back to the front here after that spin earlier today and losing a lap repairing the damage on pit road. And now, look at him moving through the field. Gonna have to slice his way through this. Already back up into the top 15 here as he heads down the backstretch. Gonna be a little bit more patient with this big group of cars in front of him here. But for right now, he just wants to get by these couple of cars in front of him. 3 wide, Mike Skinner, contact. And he made it. Now to the inside of Bobby Labonte. Almost made contact with him there, got very close. Jack Sprague checking up the field there. Chris Mack gonna back off a little early here. And he's got to run down the front stretch to the inside. 3 wide. Touches the apron up in the Dave Blaney. Contact being made once again there. They're all stacked up off of turn 2. Would you look at that? 3 wide for I don't even know how many rows deep. There are cars everywhere here at Dover. And this might not end well. Oh boy, look at that. Hermie Sattler, Michael Waltrip. All these guys back there making contact. Waltrip, a former lead, was the leader of this race earlier and now is a lap down. Meanwhile, Chris Mack makes his way back up into the top 10. Papyrus Racing trying to turn their luck around after having a horrible start to the season. I mean, not just the start. I mean, he's only finished like 1 top 10, or really hasn't even finished that many races this season. But now making his way up through the field once again. Chris Mack showing what he's made of here, showing that he ain't playing around as he gets back up into the top 5 and the caution is out. Yes, it is, and there's been a crash involving the 33 of Christian Fittipaldi once again. Oh, Morgan Shepherd gets turned down the front stretch. Back up across the track. Nowhere for these guys to go. Hermie Sattler, that's a big crash here in turn 1. Casey Mears involved in it as well. Kept it down and out of the way for the most part. 4 wide off the corner. Morgan Shepherd got the bad end of that stick, and then he comes back up across the racetrack. Nowhere for the 25 to go. A big hit right into his door. Fittipaldi and Sattler, Hermie Sattler, make contact trying to avoid it. And they both go up into the outside wall with the rear ends of their cars, tearing it up. Morgan Shepherd damage on pretty much every end of that car. So, not really able to get many long green flag runs in here today. We had a couple cars getting back on the lead lap, Greg Biffle and Ricky Craven. And we'll be right back after this. Green flag is back out. Morgan Shepherd is actually in front of the field, but he's going to go up to the high side, let everyone by here. Now starting to fan out, and around goes Jeff Green on the backstretch in front of everybody. The caution's going to come out. There are cars on the apron trying to keep it down there and avoid running back up onto the track, and a big crash on the front stretch. Buckshot Jones is around in front of everybody. They're stacking them up big time. Lots of cars just ran in the back of each other, and the caution indeed comes out. As we take a look at what has happened on the front stretch now. Everyone trying to make a move. Jeff Green just not clear. Tried to come down and look underneath Matt Kenseth. Kenseth tried to get by the lap cars, and Green in second at the time, trying to make a move for the lead, and they just ran out of room, and around they went. So, gonna take another look now at what happened with Buckshot Jones here. He gets sideways, trying to check up for it. And then down on the apron, all these cars everywhere. He's trying to stay low. Not really giving him much room, and around he goes. Jamie McMurray, nowhere to go for that 42. Elliott Sattler gets caught up in it. Whoa, Mike Skinner flying by, gaining a bunch of spots. There's Casey Mears getting collected in it. Kyle Petty. I think Ryan Newman had a little bit of contact in that. Chris Mack in the grass getting by all of that. Dale Jarrett ran into the back of Todd Bodine in a 54. Lots of checking up and stacking up going on here. And the green flag is back out, and already we have an issue. Car blowing up. It's the 48 of Jimmy Johnson. Smoking bad here. Not sure what's going on with him. But a tough break for that 48 team. Oh, and trouble on the front stretch. Big crash. Chris Mack, heavy damage. Another car gets involved. They're wrecking all over the place down in the turn 1. And Chris Mack, his luck runs out. Oh, wait, no, that's the 99 to Jeff Burton. I'm sorry. I saw a white and blue car, and I thought it was Chris Mack. What happened here? Oh, same deal. 3 wide and into the inside wall hard on the front stretch. That's the 3rd time, I believe, we've seen that today. Car getting turned into the inside wall. On the front stretch, at least. It's like the 4th time today. Or 5th, maybe. And then Burton, who was already at a stop, gets sideswiped by 74 Tony Raines. Raines spins up in the Ricky Craven. I mean, a lot of these guys that had nowhere to go. You see the 81 of Jason Keller ran into the back of Buckshot Jones, who was checking up to avoid it. And then Boris Said gets hit, or it runs into Jerry Nadeau. And then Jones got sent down in the Nadeau. Kyle Petty nowhere to go. So yeah, my bad on the call. That was not Chris Mack. That was Jeff Burton. And he turned and we go on forward with that 99. A big hit into the inside wall there. Comes to a complete stop and then bang! Another one right there. Track pretty much blocked at this point. Cars going down in the grass to avoid it. And that's going to bring out yet another caution. So, still going to have some work to do with the package, but maybe we'll just change the chassis type and we'll go back to running old school Dover. But yeah, caution comes out once again. We'll go green right after this. Green flag is back out, and your leader is the 57 of Kevin LePage, who led the 20 lap under caution. And Michael Waltrip trying to get his lap back on the inside of LePage now. Side by side. LePage goes wide, and that's going to allow Skinner to get through. Jeff Green's going to get by him as well, or at least going to get to his inside. As we head down the backstretch, and Kyle Petty might have a shot at this as well. Kevin LePage really has no reason to try to push. There's a lot of cars, or a lot of time between him and the cars behind him. But of course, he doesn't want to get held up and lose that time. But Kevin Harvick is second. He's 3 seconds back. Here he is right here, just now coming off of turn 2. And your leader, he's in turns 3 and 4 right now. Harvick coming off of 4. And the leader heading into 1. Looking at the 86 of Chris Mack. Makes contact with Jack Sprague, and around he goes. Well, that's one way to check in on somebody. I think we just jinxed them, but we thought the bad luck was running out this season, but it looks like it's only getting worse. He gets a little bit tight underneath Jack Sprague there. Didn't get a good entry into the corner. 3 wide on the bottom. Car slid up and slight touch, and NR Physics just pull him around, and Jason Jarrett nowhere to go. Buckshot Jones nowhere to go. Ken Schrader nowhere to go. And end of the wall goes to 49. Keeps it straight. Luckily, Casey Mears avoided him. Look at Elliott Sadler, what a save for that 38. Almost got the inside wall. That is not something you do here at Dover. He got very lucky with that save. But Chris Mack, with more damage now on the rear end of that car, he's going to go back in and repair it. He's still got a chance here to stay up to speed, as long as the engine isn't damaged, but it's going to be a lot more difficult for him to handle that race car with the rear end damage now. So tough break for him. So, heading down the backstretch, I have lost track of who's where, but I believe your leader is Rusty Wallace. And there he is. On a whole lot of lap cars here. Oh, 3 wide, and around goes Jeff Green into the inside wall. On the front stretch, Michael Waltrip involved as well. Look out, back across the track. Everyone's gonna avoid them. Never mind. Todd Bodine into the back of the 15, and Mikey gets plowed from behind here. It turns 1 and 2. 3 wide. Once again, this does not work off of turn 4. Into the inside wall, and man. Not just, I don't even know what, oh my god, the phone keeps ringing, it's so annoying. But, just a tough break for Michael Waltrip as he gets, and Jeff Green, as they just ran out of room, and then bang! Nowhere for Todd Bodine. Well, can't say nowhere to go, but he was committed to the outside, and by the time he got there, that's where Michael Waltrip was. Nothing he could do at that point. Right into the back of the 15. This is why you use your brakes. Just right into the back of him. Destroyed his car. Collects Christian Fittipaldi, who had nothing to do with it. So heavy damage for both of those guys. Fittipaldi's been in enough incidents already here today. That just made his day even worse. So, a bunch of drivers getting their laps back. Kevin LePage is your new leader. And we'll be right back after this. Green flag is back out. LePage is still your leader, but look at all the lap cars in front of him. This is going to stack everybody up. Buckshot Jones right in the middle. Holding up Matt Kenseth. Kenseth has nowhere to go. Michael Waltrip slow as well. And right about now, these guys probably wishing we had double file restarts, which we will next season, but not this season, and that is a tough break for Matt Kenseth. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Chris Mack into the wall once again. More rear end damage to that car. What happened this time? Oh, same deal. Car, he got underneath Ryan Newman. The car just didn't turn. He gets up into him, and then in our physics, just sucked him around. Nothing he could do there. It's like, you do not want to make contact with anybody in this game, but especially not in the door. It just pulls you around if you're the car on the bottom. If you're in the car, if you're the car on the top and you hit them the wrong way, you could just wheel grab or hop the wheel, or maybe part of your car might catch, like the part of your fender might catch, or not fender, the wheel. You know what I'm talking about, the wheel well. It might catch the other car's wheel well and send you around. I mean, endless possibilities for things to go wrong, and that's just one of them. Anyways, green flag is back out. We're racing once again here at Dover, and Chris Mack gonna try to work his way back up through the field. He's in 11th place still. Lots of cars on the lap down. He's the last car on the lead lap, actually. So just 11 cars on the leading lap. Kevin LePage, your leader. So, 11 cars on the lead lap and 3 wide. Look at this. Kenseth underneath 2 lap cars there. He's just trying to hold off Elliott Sadler here. Sadler's 2 is inside, but man, look at this. Further back, Chris Mack is trying to work his way back up through the field, eyeing the 98 of Jason Jarrett. Now 3 wide into turn 3, or turn 1, excuse me, I'm sorry. I believe Greg Biffle's a lap down, so I'm not sure what this is about. But Rusty Wallace and Kevin Harvick are on the lead lap, and Biffle's racing them. Wallace has to check up to avoid getting up into the outside wall, and now gets underneath Biffle. 3 wide again. Chris Mack gets by. Jason Jarrett pops the outside wall. But at this point, he's got so much damage on that car, I don't even think he cares. And now, Chris Mack looking at getting to the 38 of Elliott Sadler for position. He's got to get by Jason Keller first. He does. Gets to his inside, and now not quite going to get to Sadler's bumper yet, but he should be there by the next turn. He got a little tight, or a little loose, I should say there. You saw the car wiggle, but now he's underneath Sadler for position. And we're approaching 10 to go. So by the time we get to the end, by the time we get to the end of this race, there will only be 10 cars on the lead lap unless something crazy happens and all 10 of the lead lap cars get taken out. Sadler back to the inside of that 86 now, as we have 14 laps to go here. 3 wide between 3 lap cars, all for position. Dave Blaney underneath Kyle Petty and Ward Burton. So you can tell things starting to pick up a little bit here. And now, Buckshot Jones. Oh boy, that got close between him and Chris Mack. And now contact with Elliott Sadler and Mack side by side. They are really going for that spot. Now 3 wide. Chris Mack on the bottom, just trying to get by Elliott Sadler. He knows that's for position, and he clears them. Lots of lap cars in the way as well here. So now Chris Mack's gonna have his sights set on catching. What's the next lead lap car? Matt Kenseth in the 17. He's got a little ways to go in front of him. Look out for Michael Waltrip. 15 is coming up. Ward Burton, for some reason, challenging that 86, and the Chris Mack runs into Michael Waltrip hard into the inside wall. Big crash, hard crash into turns 1 and 2. Multiple cars involved, and another big hit for Ward Burton. And Chris Mack out of the race. More cars spinning into it. Ricky Craven. Oh man, look at the whole field sliding in turns 1 and 2, and they're wrecking under caution. Big crash. Hard hit from Matt Kenseth. Lots of lead lap cars getting involved in it. Kenseth, one of them. Kevin LePage, your leader, another. Jason Jarrett has damage. And this is an example of something catastrophic that I was talking about that could take out a few lead lap cars. Tony Stewart, heavy damage on that car. We're going to go back and take a look at what all just went down. But a tough break for Chris Mack, who was set for a top 10. And lap cars take him out of the race. Comes up, tries to get underneath Michael Waltrip. Nowhere to go, really. I mean, the momentum off the corner takes him up the racetrack, and that's where Mikey was. And he was trying to get down, but at that point, it was just too late. And then Ward Burton was challenging him, racing him like he was on the same lap, and just dumped him at that point. Into the inside wall hard. That's concrete too, so that's a hard hit. Then back up across the racetrack, collects the 22 once again. And then, oh man, a hard hit from Tony Stewart, sends the 82 or 86 up on 2 wheels. Then hard up into the outside wall for all 3 of these guys here. Look at this. In full speed, and then Stewart down back across the track, gonna get it rolling again. The 22 slides back across the track as well. Ward Burton sliding down the banking, and nowhere for Ken Schrader to go. Bang! Right into his door. Or more of in the right front. The pace car squeaking by all that, just goes right through Schrader. Luckily, he's a no collide car. Buckshot Jones caught up in it as well. Ken Schrader, and then, I mean, watch this. Cars further back, checking up, slamming on the brakes here, and they go spinning. Ricky Craven, Jeff Green, they all get away without hitting anything. Jerry Nadeau, and then, watch this. Boris Said, I mean, all these guys slipping in oil, it seems. I think the 86 was leaking oil after that hit in the inside wall. Fluid running out of that car. These guys sliding in it as they tried to catch up. And they didn't get as lucky. They went all the way around. Robbie Gordon, no contact yet. Kevin LePage, his momentum took him down the racetrack, and he collects Matt Kenseth and Mike Skinner. Nowhere for Skinner to go. Actually, no, Skinner missed it. Collects Kyle Petty, collects Kevin Harvick. So Harvick slides up the racetrack. Kenseth hard up into the outside wall. Big hit there. Harvick up the track. Wasn't going to hit anything. But then here comes Christian Fittipaldi. Nowhere to go. Boris Said nothing he could do. Michael Waltrip on the apron with way too much speed. Just trying to escape all this and sideswipes the 57. All these guys still spinning in the oil. So oil, I believe, actually led to all of this. The secondary wrecks as Jason Keller and Ryan Newman make contact. Here comes Jason Jarrett on the apron, trying to slow down, but just can't. Runs right into the back of Kevin LePage. More cars that slipped in oil, sliding up and into the outside wall here. That's the 25 of Joe Nemechek, 41 of Casey Mears. Morgan Shepherd, bang, right into the door of Michael Waltrip. I mean, they came in way too hot due to the race back. Slipped in some oil, and I mean that tore up pretty much every car left in the race that didn't have damage or wasn't involved in some sort of an incident. And tough break for all these guys. Not a way you want to end your day at all. But I believe Robbie Gordon, your new leader, after all that chaos, and we'll be right back after this. Alright, so cleanup has finished, and we are getting ready to go green this time by. So, Robbie Gordon, your leader. Can he hold on and hold these guys off behind him? Bob Labonte in second, right behind Robbie Gordon. And then there's the lap car. Excuse me, Greg Biffle, who's been very aggressive with the leaders all day. See how this goes down. Flagman's got the green flag in his hand, and it waves. Green flag is out. Robbie Gordon with a good jump. And now here comes Rusty Wallace to the inside of Greg Biffle. Mike Skinner going to try to follow him through Skinner's lap as well, but I believe he's chasing down Biffle for core position. So now it's a 3-car race with 5 laps to go here at Dover. And it's a 3-car battle for the win. Robbie Gordon just pulling away on the high side here, so that might just be game over for the rest of the field here. But Rusty Wallace was injured for a couple of races, but now it's back. He's trying to hunt down the 31 and possibly look for a win here today. He used to hold off Greg Biffle, who was a lap down, as we said. For some reason, challenging the leaders, being very aggressive with them. Rusty Wallace trying to hold off that 16, almost makes contact. Robbie Gordon is trying to hold on for 2 more laps here as we come to the line. It will be 2 to go. As he goes way wide, and 3 and 4 has to check up to avoid nailing the outside wall. And Rusty Wallace begging for a couple more of those, but he's going to actually do it himself here. And that's not what he needed. Greg Biffle to his inside now. Robbie Gordon needs 2 more clean laps as he does the same thing he did last lap almost. That comes to the white flag one more time around. Biffle gets by Rusty Wallace for no reason at all. And Robbie Gordon, your leader, your winner from Watkins Glen a couple of weeks ago, and now heading through 3 and 4 for the final time. Robbie Gordon is going to get his 2nd win of the season here at Dover. And Rusty Wallace going to come home 2nd and probably maintain your points lead. Bobby Labonte, P3. A race that was going well at first for some of these guys. And that all changed in the snap of your fingers. Robbie Gordon capitalizes and takes the win. So that's going to do it for this absolute madness. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe. Hope to see you guys next race, and until then, peace.